see all the action right here on EA Sports.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to one of our favorite spots, venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. Today, after a crazy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Chicago Bears. The final weekend of the summer. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you are as we are off and running on EA Sports. Jakeem Grant now to return. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. So here are the Bears now for their opening drive. They'll be led by their fourth-year quarterback out of Oklahoma, Baker Mayfield.
And he was terrific in the opener, threw 3 touchdown passes, and make no mistake about it, he was eager to get right back out and do it again. So I think we'll see him try to test his secondary quite a bit as this game goes on.
A first down throw for Mayfield. And his first pass is incomplete. This defense for the Bengals, terrific last week in the season opening victory.
And what I saw on film was a nearly unstoppable pass rush. 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries given up. So now what do you do on offense? You just max protect, keep everyone in and run the ball, or maybe just 1 or 2 receiver routes in order to try.
Pressure comes and down goes Baker Mayfield. Larry Ogunjobi in for the sack.
All right, partner, I'm going to be Captain Obvious right here. Not the start you're looking for offensively, right? Incomplete pass followed by a sack.
And when he went down, it looked like that right ankle got turned, but thankfully he popped up okay, and they breathed a sigh of relief on that sideline. And this will not get close to the first down marker as he's brought down at the 26. It's a gain of 11, but they're still well short. It's 4th down. Certainly not the start they were looking for offensively, coming off that loss last week on the road.
And they didn't do their job. They're going to feel poorly about that. But what they're going to do is look at the defense and say, can you pick us up here? And let's face it, defenses can score. We've seen it, right? They can take the ball away, create a big-time opportunity. Let's see if they can get that done.
Yeah, just something to jumpstart this home crowd. Here come the Bengals now to take over. So possession goes over here on the punt. They'll be led out by the 3rd overall pick in April's draft, the rookie from North Dakota State, Trey Lance.
And he comes off a tough opening matchup. Threw way too many interceptions in that game. Definitely not the way you want to kick off a new season. So he said to himself, I've got to throw that game out. I'm going to get a fresh start right here in week 2.
And he's going to be stacked up right at the line of scrimmage. Nothing there for him. 2nd down.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater. He just made a great play there.
And he'll get about 6 up to the 27-yard line.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for 3rd down. Here's Lance. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
36 yards on the punt with no return, and the Bears take over. Chicago works their way back onto the field here for their 2nd drive of the game, and a 3-and-out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive.
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
The numbers in last week's game for Graham. 7 catches, 90 yards, and a touchdown. And he's going to get forward for about 5, but that may be coming back. What say you, Mr. Referee?
Better tighten up the coverage if you expect to slow this guy down, because if he gets going, he'll eat you up.
That's a loss of 8 yards there to bring up third. Mayfield's throw complete here to Kmet. He'll get a couple yards on that one, and it'll be 3rd and 10 now. Now Mayfield. He's going to go deep for Funchess. And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. Here we go. Baker Mayfield only 6'1", but he can certainly sling it, and we saw evidence of that right there.
Well, one way or the other, you knew they'd have to push the ball downfield on 3rd and long, but I'm not sure the defense was expecting to push it that far downfield. Their math didn't add up, but it certainly did for the offense.
And able to fight forward inside the 15 to the 13. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave it with a 2nd and 3. Now, look, that wasn't a huge game, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
The Bears on the move. They've got another first down. They'll run with Montgomery. And he'll take this forward for 2, maybe 3. But we do have a flag down, and they're already marching backward. That one whistled against a big right tackle.
You'd think being able to fire out and block, it'd be a lot easier to not commit a holding penalty. But it's tough to keep those guys right in front, isn't it?
On the Jets sweep, here's Grant. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Give him 3 on the gain there. 2nd and goal.
Well, they gave up a few yards there, but all in all, I think it's a pretty nice job defensively against the Jets sweep. If they don't slow him up, he might take it to the house, so they'll take that play every time on the defensive side of the ball.
Only a yard there, and that'll bring us to 3rd and goal.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well.
Now Mayfield lost the football.
Good job, man. Good job.
Bad place to fumble down here in the red zone. At least they got it. They'll have another shot. Or no, they won't have another shot. It's going to be 4th down. Maybe they can at least salvage 3.
And they were thinking 6 points because at this position of the field, it's go time, right? You take your shots at the end zone. They weren't able to do that one. So you look over at the sideline. There's the head coach saying, oh, heck, kick it. Field goal time.
So a good kick there. They put the bow tie on it with 3 points.
And let's face it, everybody wants a touchdown. We know that. But the NFL, defenses are awfully good. You're not going to score each and every time. Be able to knock the ball through the post and take the throw.
By the way, I said bow tie. I meant just bow. Not the tie, but yeah.
Either way.
You got it.
I just went right past it.
Cincinnati coming back onto the field here for their 2nd drive. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
A nice throw right there. And Charles, this is game number 2 in the NFL for this young rookie. His guys getting the victory last week, and he played pretty well by most accounts. Curious, what did you see?
I saw something similar to what you described, Brandon, because I saw a guy who looked the part, a guy who was in command. Not just with the touchdown passes, but definitely looked to be in control of the offense as well. And you and I both know That's often uncommon for a rookie quarterback.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Bengals in control of the football as they've got a 2nd and 8 forthcoming. A first update now from Cleveland, and that is now a 2-touchdown lead for the Browns in that game. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. 2nd down and 8. From the gun, a give to Mixon. And he's got it across midfield and into Bear territory. Give him 8 yards. There's still a few inches to go, though, as it'll be 3rd down at about the length of the football. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive. And now they'll throw with Lance. Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
On 1st and 10, here's Lance. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And this one almost intercepted. Had a chance to come down with it in the end zone, but could not hang on. And as a first-rounder, a lot of eyes on him, a lot of expectations.
And he has to play well in his rookie year. Those days of coddling guys and bringing them along slowly, those days are long gone. When you're drafted in the first round, they expect you to play right away. And the community's eyes and fan base, they'll be on you the entire way.
They added a lot of talent to a roster that really needed an infusion of youth. They got a very good infusion of youth.
And they didn't really reach to get anyone as well. They stuck to their draft philosophy, got the best players they could at the time they were drafting, and inserted them into their lineup.
And he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. Give him 7 yards on the play as they do pick up the 3rd down conversion.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. Mixon hit, and all the ball is out. And he'll take this down for about 4 yards, down to the 15.
He wasn't ready. He wasn't ready.
Could have been a costly mistake, but as it turns out, they keep possession.
You can't give away these types of opportunities in the red zone. And I'm sure that was flashing through his brain as the ball escaped his hands. Fortunately for him, able to get picked up by his team, fumble recovered. They still have an opportunity deep in the red zone.
Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Lance looking to throw on 3rd and 2. And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on 3rd down, forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
Zach Taylor, a new breed of head coach. He's going to go for it on 4th down. And they'll go for it. Lance. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Bengals try it, but it doesn't work out. And the Bears will get the football back. A chance to get some momentum here in the second quarter, getting their first trip into the red zone, but unable to get it across.
And if I'm the head coach, Sure, you feel some disappointment, maybe a little bit of deflation there because you didn't get it in, but I'm going straight to rah-rah mode. All right, guys, we didn't get it this time. It's only the second quarter. We'll be back. Let's get it later on. I want to keep this team up. I don't want them to feel like they've let everyone down.
Positive.
Got to be positive in this situation. It's too early to think that you don't have a chance to win this game.
To throw again on second down. Mayfield got his man complete over the middle. That's Robinson. First target, first catch, and a first down.
It's almost not fair when you talk about Allen Robinson to talk about how dependable he is, but that's a great word for him. Last year, first time he's gone over 100 receptions in his career, and he makes a nice catch there for a first down.
First down, here's the run with Montgomery. And not too much going there as he'll get it up to the 23-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
On 2nd and 9, Mayfield. And the pressure gets there. He'll go down. It's a sack. And it is going to bring us to the 2-minute warning. A reminder coming up at halftime. We'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this second week of the regular season. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Here's Pat O'Donnell now, standing just outside his own goal line. And taken at the 46. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 35 yards that time on the punt. And the Bengals will take over in terrific field position. The Bengals offense now, they head back onto the field. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to give a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say maybe makes that offense feel good, but when you know you've got a defense making stands like that. Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball. Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. Lance looking to throw it. He's got his tight end Fant. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1. Now Lance. Buying time to his left. And he wisely will throw that one away.
They've been playing sound fundamental defense thus far and able to keep this offense from creating a major dent on the scoreboard.
Able to force the incompletion, but still waiting for that game-changing play. You feel like it's coming, the first sack, the first turnover.
In a sense, they're playing old-school defense right now. The new-school defense is what you said, taking the ball away.
And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away, and now it's 3rd. What a difference a week makes. Last week he hit on over 80% of his passes. This week he's down under 50%. What do you see as the difference?
Well, I think we're used to seeing a drop. If someone's over 80%, they're not going to hold that number, not in this league. But a drop under 50%, that just tells me that the defense has spent a lot of extra time on game films and came up with a really good plan to try and chip away this timing.
McPherson's kick is good. And that will tie things up as we head toward halftime. So they do get 3 points, but that's now 3 drives with only the 3 points, not a ratio that's going to win you many ball games.
Not at all, Brandon. And think about it this way. We all know payoff is the key, right? And wouldn't we love to have the concession on every T-shirt that's been printed in football that says finish on it? Because that's the mantra everywhere. Got to be able to finish drives, put points on the board.
Now the Bears going to take over now late in this first half. And they've got a little over 40 seconds to work with if they want to try to put something together. Mayfield on first down. It's caught on the right side by Robinson. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. 6 yards left on second down. Throwing, Mayfield. And he finds his tight end, Graham.
Come on, fellas.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Mayfield now. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now, just under 30 seconds to go in this first half.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
Mayfield with it once more. The screen pass here to Cohen. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. 3rd and short yardage. Mayfield.
He'll get this underneath to Montgomery. And he will have the Bears first down, and he'll have it by plenty as they're able to keep the drive alive on 3rd and inches.
Working out of the gun, Mayfield. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Robinson. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and, of course, foot dragging.
Little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it. NFL kickers nowadays, they make things look so easy because normally from this range, about 2 out of 3. And this is not an easy kick.
Yeah, 20 years ago, you get where he was in that 50 range, maybe a little over. And it's a big kick, but now we just, if they leave it short, you're like, whoa, what happened? And that's what we have here.
Yeah, you're right. 20 years ago, we were saying run some more plays and get closer. Now we think they're definitely within range, and you're exactly right. When it comes up short, there has to be something that went wrong because they have plenty of leg.
A final shot before half for Lance.
Left side here, that's the tight end Fan. So we've reached half. There you have it. Halftime quickly over. 3rd quarter, here we go.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point.
Second half ready to roll. 2 field goals, a combined output in half number 1. Could be first touchdown wins. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. The Bengal offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3.
It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic, no need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
Man, I just love being in this stadium. So much history, tradition, so many great teams and games, and we're seeing a pretty good one right now. Hotly contested in the 3rd quarter.
He finds the speedster Ross. That's complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. Mixon with a first down carry. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Again, it's Mixon. Able to power through. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30.
61 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. A quick throw now complete to Ross. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Same exact result as last play, a pickup of 11.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So the pass incomplete in the end zone, but contact and pass interference.
And now where does the ball get placed?
At the 1-yard line.
1-yard line. They gave up excellent real estate on that one. That's going to work really, really well for the guys who threw it.
Might we see our first touchdown of the game? Here's 1st and goal.
Mixon.
And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown.
Joe Mixon.
His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals have taken the lead. Heck of a start to his season. He had 2 touchdowns in the opener last week, another one here in week 2.
Well, I don't want to call him a touchdown machine this early, but sometimes you get locked in, and you feel good about things. You get into that zone, and those touchdowns come in bunches. He may be off to that kind of a start.
It's like he was shot out of a cannon. I would imagine success this early, great momentum going forward for the rest of the year.
He keeps this up, they'll soon be chanting MVP anytime he touches the ball.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. So here are the Bears now as they get set for their first possession of the second half.
And they'll be working from behind now following the touchdown a moment ago on the opening drive of the half.
I think the guys right now, as they go out on offense, they're zeroing in on one big key. They don't have to do anything differently just because they're down on the scoreboard now. The intent, still the same in what they plan to do on offense.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line.
Logan Wilson that time there to bring him down.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
Funchess has it complete. And this won't be enough. A good secure tackle, and they stop him a few yards shy at the 46. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he's on to punt for Chicago. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Bengals will have a 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory.
The Bengals offense returns to the field.
Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
72 yards on the ground for him so far.
Now that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've got to hit the jackpot there.
And he's able to get up here to the 26. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Throwing now is Lance.
He finds Ross right side. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A good pickup there, 26 yards. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Working from the gun, Lance. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down. Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip away at that. And thus far, they've been successful.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 12 yards that time, and a Cincinnati 1st down. He continues to be effective running the football, a big reason that they have the lead. And I love one of the quotes that I read about him where he said of himself, "I love it when a team just hops on my back and I just carry them along."
Well, Nichols there on the stop. 3rd quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. To throw, it's Lance. He'll fire one downfield for Fant. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
And he'll spot Higgins open left side. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd. On 4th down, out comes the rookie 5th-round pick, Evan McPherson, for the Bengal field goal. We have played 3 quarters. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And no move to get the offense off the field. Despite failing once, they're going to go again here on 4th down. And Lance now to throw. Got a man, it's Ross, complete. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. Hey, nothing to see here, just your standard 4th down gain of 28 yards. And the drive keeps going. And that's out quickly to Chase. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. A gain of 7 that time. 2nd goal.
When you call a wide receiver screen, no matter how many blockers you get in front of the guy that catches the ball, there's still an aspect of the guy catching it, turning into a runner, breaking tackles and creating his own yardage, and he just did on that.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD.
Joe Mixon.
His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Bengals are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. So it was the passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
Certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be it the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get them over the goal line.
So now the Bengals offense will stay out there as they'll decide to go for 2. They'll try and throw for it. That's caught at the 1. And he will get into the end zone again. And he seems to have a nose for it as he gets both the touchdown and the 2-point conversion.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away.
This is Jakeem Grant.
And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
Here we go.
Onto the field now come the Bears. And hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win 1st down. You win 2nd down. And guess what? You start accumulating 1st downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
Pressure comes, and down goes Baker Mayfield. Montez Sweat able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Okay, was it a breakdown in protection? Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in, and he'll be out right at the 35. A gain there of 21 yards. Fourth quarter, every drive so critical, and you figure they only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the second touchdown. You got the first one for the second one to even matter.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Mayfield. That is caught by Cohen. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
Oh, partner, when you see a screen pass and the defensive tackle ends up making the play, you know that one wasn't sold well at all, because he should be upfield by the time you throw the pass. If not, you end up with big trouble, as we just saw right there.
And that almost their first INT of the ball game. Had his sights on it, but he couldn't seal the deal. I guess they're in a situation now, 4th quarter, where they're forced to take some chances, but I don't know that that was the type of a chance you want to take.
And that one could very easily have been intercepted, and if it does get picked off, that could possibly seal this one.
On 3rd down, Mayfield. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down. Well, let's see how the offense still out there. They elect to go on 4th and 11. Desperation time. Mayfield on 4th down. He's going to go deep for Funchess. He's got it at the 15. And they're going to have this way down in Cincinnati territory. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. A real field flipper there, as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Running left, Montgomery. This carry, despite the extra effort, will be stopped short of the 10. The excellent play last time is followed by a much more routine gain of 3.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
On 2nd and 7, Mayfield. And he's got his man, and that's Robinson. Touchdown, Bears. Allen Robinson, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Bears have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. And now remember, all touchdowns are reviewed, and in a tight game like this, they're going to take a good long look at it. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Santos able to tack on the extra point, and now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. Ready to go on offense. Out come the Bengals. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. They try to eat some clock with Mixon. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd. Third down, Mixon, and he is going to have the first down, and that is going to suck the life right out of this crowd. Give him 2 on the play there, and it's good enough for a Cincinnati first down.
Well, partner, Marvin, our #1 stats guy just handed me a little card that says he has 97 yards on the ground today. You think he's going to get the ball again?
I think so. 3 away from that century mark. Got to have it.
Yeah, and I think what they're going to call is one of his favorite runs, whatever he feels comfortable with, and what the offensive line has executed well today to try and get him over 100 yards.
So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a second down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. On 2nd and a yard, Lance. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. And quickly, we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. Coming up on 2nd and 7. That one looks like he'll throw here. He will find his man Chase complete. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about.
Pass interference. Offense.
Late game, that hurts. Take the touchdown off the board.
No doubt about it, and this is where you make a great movie scene, right? Go in, rally the team. Okay, we lost points there. Let's get it back and go out and score again. Can he get it done?
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Ricardo Allen with a pick. Well, he's got one of the strongest arms in the league. Some people may say the strongest, but that can also have a downside occasionally, and here he's intercepted.
Yeah, when we talk about strong arms, being able to throw it deep downfield doesn't necessarily take the strongest. It takes more of the timing type of a quarterback. And it's great to be able to take your shot, but when it hangs up there just a bit too long, you put it in jeopardy. And in this case, that was intercepted.
Now the Bears will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Here's a give to Mixon. And he'll take this one up over the 20 to the 21-yard line.
110 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Again, it's Mixon. And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22. It's a pickup of 2, and that's good enough to just about write a finish to this one.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. They'll run on 1st down. Mixon. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. And now they'll throw with Lance. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. So this one in the win column now for the Cincinnati Bengals. And I tell you, this was a fun one. Just a close game. Nothing comes easy in this league, as you know. They had to work for that victory.
I've got to go back to what you just said. Nothing comes easy in this league. How many times have we talked to coaches?